Thanks, Michelle. And traffic does top our news here as well. This morning marks the first weekday rush hour since the closure of Point Grey Road. Those who oppose that closure plan to rally for 8 a.m. today. Greg Harper is live at Point Grey Road in McDonald right now with the latest on that. Greg?
Good morning, Jody. First off, I've been informed construction will get underway this morning right behind me, and they're going to cut the pavement there and put in some drainage. You might be able to hear some horns honking, and over in this direction, quite a crowd has formed as this rally has gotten underway. A lot of the signs, we're seeing the back of them, they say Vancouver is for everyone. The majority of people here are against the Point Grey Road Cornwall bike route. The closure happened on Saturday morning. The decision has been made, but the debate continues. I got two people here with me here this morning on both sides of the spectrum. So we're going to start off with John Cooper, who's with the Vancouver Park Board. You voted against this. Why is this bike route and this closure here a bad idea?
Well, I think Point Grey Road is for all of Vancouver. You know, I'm a longtime resident. I grew up in Dunbar, and it was my way downtown. And very often on my way back from downtown on the weekend with the kids, I would stop and visit these parks. And, you know, there's a senior center at the other end, Jericho Beach. Access is really important to our parks. That's my biggest concern. And I really feel that we could have come up with a solution that would have kept both sides happy. There was easements that were wide enough to allow us to have traffic and a bike lane through here. And this, to me, is just overkill. We've created some very expensive side yards for the very wealthiest in Vancouver, and I think these parks and this road is for all of Vancouverites.
Okay, I'm going to get Pamela in here now. Pamela McCall, she's part of the Calming Point Grey Road Committee. I'll ask you this, why is this a good idea?
Well, this is a great idea, and we should all be celebrating this because this gives not only the residents of Vancouver, but the world, people who come here, access to this area of this beautiful city. It gives people far greater access to the parks, far greater access to Jericho Beach. It gives people an opportunity to get out and use this area as a recreational area and not just drive through it. It's a waste to have this as a highway. It's a beautiful city. This is probably one of the most beautiful areas, and I think this is a day that people should be down here celebrating and applauding the mayor and the council that did this. It's an aggressive, progressive and green initiative that everyone should be celebrating, and this negativity is coming from an MPA political agenda, and I think it really should stop.
Thank you both for your thoughts. The rally is going to continue here this morning and the conversation here as well. Jody?
Side certainly very passionate. Thank you so much, Greg. We'll check back in with you at the bottom of the hour. Greg Harper reporting live from Kitsilano. Condolences are pouring in to North Shore Rescue after the sudden death of its longtime leader, Tim Jones. Jones collapsed on Mount Seymour while coming down from the team's rescue cabin late yesterday afternoon. A statement posted on the team's Facebook page last night says first responders and hospital staff put in a massive effort to save Jones, but unfortunately he did not come through. Tim Jones was a well-known spokesperson and advocate for avalanche safety, and during his more than 20-year rescue career, he took part in more than 1,400 rescue efforts. Prime Minister Stephen Harper continues his inaugural visit to the Middle East this morning. The PM has announced $66 million in economic aid to the Palestinians and says the money will help advance the peace process, promote security, and deliver humanitarian assistance. During today's news conference, Harper said his stance was neither Israeli nor Palestinian, but Canadian, and that he supports a two-state solution to the conflict. Later today, Harper is slated to become the first Canadian Prime Minister to address Israel's parliament. Americans are paying tribute to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. today. Marches, parades, and other memorials are scheduled to take place across the country. Dr. King was born January 15, 1929, and the federal holiday is the third Monday in January. A service is planned at the local church in Atlanta, where King was a pastor, and in Memphis, Tennessee, where King was assassinated in 1968. An audio recording of an interview with him will be played at the city's National Civil Rights Museum.